Hello YouTube, this is an Inktober drawing with Winsor Newton drawing inks. For anybody who has never used them before, I really recommend them. I like them a lot. I have to admit I don't have a lot of experience with inking and inks, and that's kind of why Inktober's been kind of good for me. I'm with this picture, I'm using them a lot, sort of more like with watercolor type techniques. I'm using a lot of washes, and I think honestly, I think I did very little with ink, just straight. I really diluted it with water a lot to try to make different colors, and I did a lot of mixing, and so this, I mean, I guess I'm using ink, so I stayed with Inktober, but it is more, I think, from what I know, it's more like watercolor techniques. And like I said, I really am liking the Inktober so far. This is my first year. And actually this is my first year back into drawing every day. I've always liked drawing, and when I was a kid I drew a lot, and then I kind of got into just doing it sporadically, and now I'm doing it almost daily. I try really hard to do it every day, and so I'm hoping that in years to come my drawing will be significantly different and improved from what it's been. But I do know that even in just this month, doing finished pieces every day has been a challenge, and it's been very interesting for me. I almost wonder if that's sort of the point behind Inktober, to just try to almost make you realize you can do it. And it has taken a little bit of planning on my part. I mean, it really is kind of an effort. And actually, I must admit, I do kind of sketch ahead, and I'm really enjoying also the keywords. Jake Parker, it's just nice to, instead of sitting in front of a blank piece of paper and going, what do I draw, what I want to draw, when you have a keyword, it's a really, I don't know, it gives you at least a direction to go. I think at first I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting, but I really kind of like it, actually. And I've come up with things that I don't think I ever would have drawn without the keywords. And I think I've said in one of my other videos that I've been trying to stick with kind of like Halloween type themes. And I know this isn't like overly Halloween-y, although the pumpkin is in there. But I've kind of fallen into like themes with my Inktober drawings. If you look at my Instagram at all, I've been bouncing back and forth between two different themes. One of them I've done just like, I think, 2 pictures of, and it's kids dressed up as Star Wars characters, because I love Star Wars, who doesn't? And my favorite is I have a little boy dressed up as BB-8, and it's really cute. And then the other thing I've kind of been bouncing back and forth is a witch and her cat, and that's kind of why I went with this. This is the witch's cat, and for the collection day, I drew the witch herself in front of this bookcase, and she's fast asleep on a desk, and I didn't finish it quite as thoroughly as I was able to do with this one, but the other thing I've been adding in now and then is a dragon. For scared, I think I had the cat and the witch riding the dragon, and the dragon's diving, and so I've actually been able to come up with things like, I don't know that I would have ever come up with any of this by myself. And so I really do kind of like that I'm sticking with the themes and the days. And if you're not doing Inktober and you're an artist, I really recommend it. I know that there's some artists that really stick with like watercolor, but like I said, I feel like I'm kind of almost doing like watercolor techniques with this Winsor Newton ink, and it's really, like I said, it's really nice to work with. Yeah, Inktober's been really good for me this year. I feel like already only about halfway through I've learned a lot. And if you're not doing it, I really recommend it. I have a feeling I'm almost worried that I'll be a little lost after Inktober, because I have had direction every day, and I will admit I've been kind of sketching ahead, because like I said, it takes planning, and but it's been way easier than I thought to come up with things, and so um, it's been fun, and I'm really liking it. And I hope you guys like this picture. Like I said, I'm new back into art, so it's of course like everyone, I need to improve and work, and but I really I feel like even just in this month of doing further on pieces, it's been an experience, and I think it's really improved my art just in these like 15 days. And like I said, I'm really happy with how the pumpkin turned out, and the cat, and like I said, I'm not very well versed in this technique, and I feel like all things considered it turned out pretty well. So I'm just gonna keep working on it like every artist does, and in a year, who knows what my art will be. And anyway, if you watch this, thank you so much for watching, and for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoy the drawing, and I'd love to see your art, and thank you. Have a good night. Good night.